Welcome back everybody, Matt the Man here, hope you're doing well. So this week yesterday we finally, or even late last night, early this morning, we got some major news on the I Am Legend sequel. Now this is a sequel that has been talked about for, I want to say, over 5, 6, maybe even 7 years. Heck, even after the original came out in 2007, they were already talking about a sequel in early 2008. And that what I'm referring to is I Am Legend, the original movie that came out in December of 2007, starring Will Smith, directed by Francis Lawrence, who before I Am Legend did Constantine with Keanu Reeves. And then he did that movie Water for Elephants with Robert Pattinson and Reese Witherspoon in 2011. And then in 2013 he started on the second Hunger Games movie, Catching Fire. And he's been pretty much doing Hunger Games for a better part of 13 years. He has a new one coming out in November. But anyway, getting back to I Am Legend, I was a huge fan of this movie in 2007 when it came out. I remember seeing it with my friend Foster and his dad. This was like a week after football season ended and the banquet was over. I didn't have to worry about doing any more football movies, football filming, football editing, no more football. Football was over. So I finally had a Friday off, Friday night lights, Friday off, and his dad, Foster's dad, took me, myself, and him to see I Am Legend. And when we were there, that was the first opening weekend. They dropped the first trailer for The Dark Knight, where we got the first glimpse of Heath Ledger's Joker in the flesh, and we got to hear the voice, and the rest is history. But I was a huge fan of the original, this I Am Legend with Will Smith. It is technically a remake on, I forget the Invasion of the Body Snatchers or something, and this is actually based on a book that, I think the original book was vampires, but we made them like zombies, and this one was a virus. It was a really good movie. If you haven't seen the original I Am Legend, highly recommend it. But there have been talk about a sequel for a long time. And now it looks like, and then we heard not years ago that Michael B. Jordan was going to also be in the movie. Now, I don't know what kind of role Michael B. Jordan is playing. I don't know if this is going to be like a flashback thing where we see a younger Will Smith character, or are we going to find out that Michael B. Jordan is actually his son, or was it his daughter in the original? Or is this just going to be another guy out there living on his own, and Will Smith, meets up with him? I don't know. Now, they are going to change the original ending to the movie. The original ending was he died in the movie, Will Smith. But there was also an alternate ending where he survived. So I don't know if they're going to kind of retcon the ending of the original and show the alternate ending at the beginning of the movie of number 2 where he survives. But they finally announced a director to direct the movie. Francis Lawrence is not returning. He's going to be working on maybe another Hunger Games, I don't know. But they got Stephen Caple Jr. to come in and direct. Stephen Caple Jr. did Creed 2, the second Creed film, which was really good. Which, right there, he already worked with Michael B. Jordan on Creed 2. So he's going to be re-teaming with Michael B. Jordan. That's not a bad thing. He also recently did the recent Transformers movie, Rise of the Beast, in 2023. Now, I wasn't a huge fan of that Transformers movie, but he also has the new Man on Fire for Netflix coming out the end of April, and he's directing a couple episodes on there. So So I'm curious to watch that, not just because I'm a huge fan of Man on Fire, but I want to see now what he does in the action department for that. So overall, I like one of his movies, like Creed 2, I think is really good. I didn't like the Transformers movie he did, but hey, 1-1, not bad. We'll see. I hope it would be great if this movie came out like next December for the 20th anniversary of the original. But we'll see. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of I Am Legend 2? Are you finally like, it's a long-awaited sequel, it's about time. And what do you think about Stephen Caple Jr. directing the sequel? Matt the Bat.